it's time for the grand finale. We've got the men's rugby here, Cardiff University versus Swansea University. We've had a fantastic day. Luke's been playing some baseball. He has joined us, our rugby experts. Look, well, I have to tell you, it's a proud moment for us here on CUTV. I mean, we've done it all. We've done Lan Rumney in the pouring rain, trying to film when water's getting in the lanes. We've done the Arms Park plenty of times. We've done Swansea.com Stadium. And now here we are at the home of Welsh rugby. I mean, it's quite the occasion, isn't it?
Oh, mate, this is spectacular. It couldn't be better than this. Yeah, this is hallowed ground in rugby terms. I love this stadium to bits. I've been here so many times to watch wins and losses. Hopefully today will be a win, but mainly just to be on this turf doing our role. It's incredible.
Well, here we have Welsh Varsity again for another year. Last year we came on the losing side, 44-28. Swansea they kicked quite well in that game. I mean, they actually have a better record than us in varsity. They've got 16 wins. We've only got 10, and then we've got that other draw. So they actually got a better record than us, and we've only won once in the last five games against them. But you feel a sense today that Cardiff just might have them. What do you think, Luke?
I think the reason for it is, I'm going to be the cynic here, it's because it's a Swansea B side. They're missing a lot of the main players because they're facing Brunel today for the sake of staying in Super Rugby. So I know coaches are looking, varsity's big, but staying in Super Rugby is bigger at this point.
The varsity is big for them, and obviously, and they've definitely brought out a good side here today. There's a couple of their regular Bucks players, like Ambrosini at fullback. They've got Beeson at 10. You know, they've got a couple of their Bucks players in here today, but I think it is that playoff, which is, they stretch their squad. You talk about players that can unlock those dynamic players, those players with a bit of, well, as the Southern Hemisphere rugby fans would say, the razzle-dazzle. And you would say for Cardiff, there's no greater players than that, than their 9 and 10 combo, George McDonald and Harrison James. You've got Harrison James, 89 points in Bucks Super Rugby, including 7 tries. George McDonald, always a threat around the fringes. He has 10 tries this season in the Bucks Super Rugby. How key do you think those two boys are going to be for today's game?
Massively important. 9 and 10 are your rocks. They are the people you play off, they marshal it. As well as having the fullback like Lere, what you really need is a 9 who knows what he's doing, knows his structures, and your 10 who's just there to make sure everything works. And I think Harrison James is so good because he also knows when to take a step back. He took a drop goal earlier this season. That shows us, I love a drop goal.
Yeah, you love a drop goal.
But that's the sort of player that we want to see on the field. Someone who's willing to take that risk. He's also got a huge boot, as we saw at the Arms Park. And also, George McDonald, the 9, he was so good at the Arms Park earlier this season. Remember that intercept try? Out of nowhere. If you have an unpredictable line like that, on defence especially, and I think we do need to talk about defence, that really does shape up the game, and it will change how Cardiff attack as a result, counter-attacking off of that. But also, if you have people who can marshal the defence as well as they do the attack, it'll be so much more solid looking into how you hold the line, and I think they'll beat back Swansea if they can do that.
And you speak about defence. In terms of Swansea, perhaps coming in here as the underdog, how do they marshal that attacking threat that Cardiff pose?
Tackle low, tackle hard. What we saw in the women's game was Swansea women tackling too high. And it sounds stupid because, by the sack position, if you tackle low, you'll get the guy to ground. And that is all important. The other thing is making sure you have an impact tackle every few phases. If you don't push them back, at least once every 4 or 5 phases, they just get the go forward, they stay more motivated, they go and they'll march up, Cardiff will march up the field. What Swansea need to do is keep getting set, making big hits, and trying to get in Cardiff's face, because that's what they have to do to try and disrupt them. It's not only the physical game, it's the mental game, and that comes from a huge tackle.
It's the occasion today, Welsh Varsity in front of all these players. The men's and the women's team, they had Jamie Roberts, of course, double British and Irish Lion, who presented their varsity shirts, who spoke about appreciating the moment of today, about the fact they could be playing together for the last time as a group of lads, and that bond that they have. Chris Davies, their head of rugby, speaking about that band of brothers. How does that that togetherness, how is that going to spill out on the pitch today?
That, I think we see Cardiff United side. Last year it felt like a group of 15 individuals all on the same rugby field. This year it seems a lot more tight-knit, a lot more united. I think Toby Peach has been very good at that. He's such a good leader on the field. We've seen him as an inspiration to the other players. And coming off the bench, having that sort of bomb squad impact, as we like to say, I think that's mega for Cardiff. As a whole, the Band of Brothers, I love that reference because I think it does reflect. You have a group of players who fight for each other and really do want to big each other up. If they can get it right, they have the motivation, they should beat this Swansea team.
Yeah, and prediction, as you... A little sneak preview to that prediction, but prediction for you today?
I don't think I've ever predicted a Cardiff win, but I'm going off squads, I'm going off experience, and a bit of a pro day to a fullback. I'm going to say Cardiff 35, Swansea 30. I think it'll still be tight. I could be, you know what I'm like. Sometimes I'll predict a tight and it goes horribly wrong for me, but I think that's just the arbitrary number I could come up with.
I myself am going to go a little bit more flamboyant with my prediction. I'm going to go for Cardiff 42, Swansea 17. I think it's going to be a good performance here for Cardiff. We saw the Freshers rugby win, we saw the women's rugby win now. I know it's time to complete the treble, in my opinion. I can't really see it going any other way. You speak about the 9 and 10. I think it's just, I do genuinely think they'll play some really good rugby out here today, and I believe they'll win the game. But we'll see you at half time. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you then. Bye bye. at Welsh Varsity at the Principality Stadium. Cardiff leaves Swansea 24-0 in the men's rugby event. I mean, what a first half that was. Look, how do you assess Cardiff's performance?
It's been absolutely perfect, pretty much. Yes, there's been about 4 knock-ons for Cardiff, but there's been 6 for Swansea. Very poor handling all round. Cardiff's blitz attack has been very good. They're targeting the Swansea left wing and absolutely brutalising it. Metres after metres after metres are just being made. Swansea are being smothered by Cardiff, so what Cardiff are doing is on defence, where I think they've really done well. They've stopped Swansea from scoring 3 or 4 times now. They're forcing Swansea in. So when they come and they rush up, they cut off options, and they just can't get that ball out wide. It's wonderful for Cardiff.
Looking forward to the second half. What do you think Swansea can do to maybe just gain a foothold in this game?
Stop attacking with the forwards, get it out wide. They're making metres out wide. They played, I think, 7 or 8 phases twice on about 10 metres out from the line as pick and goes. To me, that's nonsensical. From there, you want to get it out wide, use forwards maybe 1-2 phases to secure the ball, but then just go wide because you know you can definitely make meterage there. That's what they've got to do. They've also got to stop leaking. Their defence just isn't solid enough. Tackle low, tackle hard. Because when they make big hits, it's incredible.
And that was a fantastic first half, and we'll see you at the end of this game. It's been a fantastic one so far. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. Atmosphere is absolutely on both sides. Even though Swansea are down, they're bringing the atmosphere, and you see the Cardiff ones behind us. We've got a couple of Cardiff subs coming out for it, so we better take our seats. But we'll see you at full time. Goodbye. faithful.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, they take it out or will they keep playing? They'll keep playing. Try, isn't it?
That's it in the game, Eddie. Today's player of the match. Number 7 to Cardiff. Owen.
That's right. It's just the way it goes, right? It's full time here. Welsh Varsity is at a finish, and Cardiff University have won yet again. And they have won the rugby this year, look. 69-0 to Cardiff University over Swansea University. I mean, who would have thought it? I mean, we talked about perhaps potentially Swansea being underdogs beforehand, but I mean, how do you assess that the gulf in that scoreline?
I'm going to be honest, we've done quite a few of these. I could never have ever have seen that coming up. It just showed the inexperience at the higher level, crowd pressure, and also just Swansea looked lost. I'm going to be honest, Swansea just looked so lost for the majority of that match. Cardiff were pitch perfect at points. The handling in the second half was the same as the first half, pretty poor from both sides, but Swansea certainly were nowhere near dominant in any facet of the game. Cardiff were at their most excellent.
Yeah, I think you sort of seen just pull away in that second half. I mean, it was quite not tight in the first half. I mean, it was 24-0 at half time, but you sort of seen Swansea. It was quite competitive for a while. I think it just heads dropped maybe in that second half. You speak on the Cardiff side, as we're Cardiff Uni TV. We talk about Cardiff University. We were speaking to Antoine Lere there, who had another very good game. Who would be your standout performers today?
You know, I could say the man of the match himself, but I'm going to say George O'Donnell. I think as a 9, yes, he didn't play the full match.
He's going to think this is free promotion here. I mean, we're always talking about him.
I know, but he is just absolutely a brilliant player. He's so quick. His ruck speed is excellent. His tactical awareness is excellent. Every time Cardiff were making meets in the first and the earliest stages of the second half, he was the catalyst. You know that tap and go that led to the try in the first half? That was him being very quick, knowing what to do. The line out, interception, kick, then he goes and scores. He's got the feet, he's got the awareness to be a very good scrum half, but also a very good leader on the pitch and inspiring his players by making those moments happen.
And Charles came on in the second half for
Yes.
McDonald at 9, and that didn't seem to stop them at all. And it even added, not added energy, but he brought that same energy, didn't he? He brought that sort of quick around the rock. He caught them on a couple of quick taps there, which led to a couple of opportunities, a couple of tries. You look at the wingers as well, Plummer and Archer. They were quite key as well in sort of finishing off those opportunities. How do you assess their performances?
I mean, all of them were absolutely incredible. What I would say, especially with the wingers, is they found a way around the Swansea's defence. They targeted the wings specifically. They knew exactly how to get on top, and that was by going out wide and making the meters there. As soon as they did that, it was very easy for Cardiff to come in and just push and push and push, and then they'd score. And there were some brilliant scores. It wasn't like I don't think there were any sort of 5-metre line drive tries. They were all just absolutely excellent.
Absolutely. It was a great team performance all around. I mean, you could pick out many players in that team who played really well. I mean, one I want to talk about is Tom Capel. I mean, 18 bucks Super Rugby appearances. And you know, I interviewed him at the last Cardiff Clash. Really good guy. Speaks very well as well. How do you assess his leadership this year?
I think he's been an absolutely excellent leader. Really, he has just been an excellent leader. You can see how motivated that team from leadership, because they just want to push, They're so united, and we said before the first half, before the game, about that band of brothers mentality. They are so united. To have a leader like him, it's absolutely excellent.
Yeah, that was great. And talking about Cardiff's season, perhaps not. It's hard to quantify in terms of, you look at a league table. That's, you know, there has been improvement, but you can clearly see, if you've watched any of their games or if you've been sort of tuning into the results, there has been improvement there. I mean, still, you know, they've shipped a lot of points, you know, which is easy done in the box Super Rugby. There's a lot of shit, but they've scored a lot of tries. They've scored a lot of points as well. I mean, moving forwards, we sort of did this last varsity where we sort of look towards next season. How do you assess their season with relation to that?
I think that their season has shown that they can be a lot more dynamic, and they're getting the basics right, which we said last year was the big issue. Now they're getting that right, they're pushing well, and you can see that Ellis Jenkins' inspired attack is looking very good. Their blitz defence is also so excellent. They're doing some really creative things there, and I really like what they're doing with their defensive work. By shutting off lines, by stopping Swansea from getting metres and getting it wide, they are instantly making it so much harder for Swansea to get anywhere on the field. And I think from then on, if they can do that against the higher teams like Cardiff Met, like Hartpury, like Loughborough, they're going to go even further.
Yeah, and I think there's been a lot of really good rugby this season. I mean, we've had the pleasure of covering a couple of games ourselves, and we really appreciate you guys watching. And I mean, to end the season here on the hallowed turf of Welsh rugby, I mean, not to over-egg the pudding, but it is, and it's been a really great day today with all the rugby here, and it's absolutely fantastic opportunity for the both of us and for CUTV, and we've really enjoyed it, and it was just fantastic. And got any more pearls of wisdom?
It's been absolutely special. This year has been incredible for CUTV. Not as much recording, but what we've done, I think we're really proud of. Say thank you to everyone who's watched.
Thank you for watching, guys. All the best. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, it's Adam Gaston here with Cardiff Uni TV. I'm with Cardiff Uni's number 15, Antoine Lere, mercurial Antoine Lere. Very good performance from you today, Antoine. A great performance for the lads. I mean, what are your thoughts on that game today?
I already thought.
Oh, go for it.
It was a good game for us. We really enjoyed the game. We had quite a tough season this year, so it's just good to have a day like this at the Principality with all the team, and just enjoy the day, enjoy the game, and be with all the rugby club who was there today to be with us. So just a big day and a good day.
You speak about that big day. I mean, there is no bigger occasion really in the rugby calendar for Cardiff University than Welsh Varsity, and especially here at the Principality, especially last minute. I mean, were you nervous before the game, or how did you feel?
A little bit nervous, but we just prepared it well, and also we knew that it was not like Swansea once, so quite a weird preparation before the game, but just I would say it was just a norm. Sort
of different circumstances, you're sort of quite thrown off, I guess, during by the circumstances. Last minute change to the stadium, Swansea's playoff game on the same day. Did that change your game plan at all?
Not really. When we knew that we will change our stadium, we were just so happy of it, because it's such a huge stadium with huge history here. So no, we are just happy of the game and of the day.
And speaking about your own season, I mean, I remember watching you at the Arms Park for the first Cardiff Clash, and I remember thinking, who's that fullback? Who's there? I haven't seen him play before. I mean, you truly, when you're playing on the pitch, I mean, you can see the dynamism when you have the ball in your hand. How do you assess this season for yourself? Obviously, you've been out injured for a wee while, but coming back from injury, how are you feeling, and how have you felt the season's gone for you personally?
Yeah, actually I don't feel like 100%, but I just like did everything I can to be back like for this event. It was my goal of my rehab. Like since my injury, I just like I want to be back for Varsity, and I'm quite happy to have done that with my physio Luke Pollock, and also the coach let me the opportunities to play this game, even if like the other fullback were like quite fit at the moment. So yeah, I'm lucky, and also I've worked well for that. So yeah, I'm really happy.
Well, congratulations today. Absolutely fantastic performance from you and from Cardiff Uni.
Thanks
well
a lot.
done. Thank you.